Just be calm. Just be at peace. You are not a human doing. You are a human being. Relax. Just float. You are free to think about anything you want. What if? Why not? Breathe. I think I have indigestion. I hope it's only indigestion. No. Don't worry. Breathe. That child is adorable. That dress is beautiful. That cloud is special. Crap, I have to send my rent check today. This month only has 30 days. I have to send it today. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except February alone, which is 28 days clear and 29 on leap year. Or whatever, said the weird deer. I made that part up in second grade. It killed. I was scared of my teacher in second grade because she wore a wig. It was a very pleasant wig if it even was a wig, so why did it matter? I should have told the other kids in class not to laugh about it. I hated when they did that. No, I was a little kid too. Not laughing was pretty admirable on its own. I'm always holding my former self to standards that aren't fair. Let it go. Que sera. I should pick up trash more often. Why don't I do that? I want to be a good person. Or at least I want to be a good person. I think. I should get a day job. This is so bratty sitting here when everybody else is working. Just because I get by on my teensy freelancing money doesn't mean I deserve to just sit here like this. I should apply for something online. I should go to nursing school. I should get work on a farm. I should learn a skill. I should take a trip to see little African babies. I should be an engineer. There are not enough women engineers. It's a man's world. Why didn't I become an engineer? Women's rights! I could design something awesome. Is that what engineers do? My cousin's an engineer. He makes cups. Breathe. Digital age. Thanks to the digital age, we no longer have hard copies of our photos or thoughts or work, and everything is password protected. When we die, it all dies with us. I wonder if I'll ever be famous. I would miss the anonymity of sitting out in public like this. But still, being famous would be better, probably. I feel new in cool temperatures. Maybe it's because I was a spring baby. Oof, I hope I never say that out loud. Do people still say brother man? Brother man. Brother man. Brother man. I hope I'm a good mother. I think I'd be good at that. I might be too controlling. I fancy myself merciful, but I wonder how I'd react. I think I would leave if I were cheated on. I love my niece. She's cute. Art is a generosity. Always too hard on myself. Can't forget to pay my rent. Pay my rent check. Pay my rent check. Breathe. John Wise was one of the greatest hot air balloon pioneers to ever live. He was born in 1808 in Lancaster. At 14 years old, he found himself interested in balloons and began to tinker. In one of his more infamous experiments, he inflated 4 ox bladders and tied them to a cat, which he then dropped off the steeple of Trinity Lutheran Church at the corner of Duke and Mifflin. When Wise started the real-deal hot air balloon ascensions, people were beside themselves. What during this era could possibly have trumped watching a man ascend into the sky beneath a giant circus balloon in a basket the size of a laundry hamper? Thousands of Lancaster area residents would flood the surrounding streets and tops of nearby buildings. During one experiment, Wise was badly burned in the descent and was shipped off to Philadelphia for treatment. By the time he arrived back in Lancaster, the city had raised the money for his next excursion. He said about our ancestors, "The citizens of Lancaster were desirous of having an aerial experiment on a most liberal scale."
Excuse me, do you live here?
Here in town?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you direct us to Amish country?
Well, it's sort of all around us. Was there a town you wanted to see?
Yes, a town, the farms, the children.
The children?
Well, the little shelter children. With the black bonnets and the straw hats. We want to look at them.
Wow, this is 340, So if you take that, you'll go through Intercourse and then Bird in Hand.
Are those names of towns?
Yes.
Really?
Yes,
Intercourse and Bird in Hand.
that's right.
And there's Amish there.
Yes. Even a few sheltered ones, maybe.
Huh. Will we know them when we see them?
I don't know. Maybe the people in the hotel over here can help you. I don't know where exactly to send you.
We're not staying at that hotel.
Oh, well, how would they know that?
Come on, hun. Let's go see if the hotel people can help us.
John Wise used to say that one day our children will travel to any part of the globe without the inconvenience of smoke, sparks, and seasickness, and at the rate of 100 miles per hour. This was long before airplanes, and a smidge before trains could go even 60, so it was fairly ballsy. He could also rant about a river of wind above the clouds that flowed in a particular pattern across the country. You know, that thing we now call the jet stream. During the Mexican War, John Wise presented to Congress his wild notion of spying on and bombing the enemy from the air. It was too crazy for them at the time, but when the Civil War came around, Lincoln let him give it a try, though the plans were scrapped after the balloons got tangled in the trees. Fine by Wise. His next project would be crossing Lake Michigan. He and his passenger, George Burr, departed on September 28, 1879. They did not arrive as scheduled. And then, they did not arrive at all. The body of George Burr washed ashore a month later, but Wise and his balloon were never seen again. Some said it was his wish to disappear. Just before taking off, John had signed an autograph for a fan with the following poem. I hear a voice you cannot hear, which says I must not stay. I see a hand you cannot see, which beckons me away. For John Wise, who lived for many years on Lime Street in Lancaster City, there was no place he'd rather be. In a journal entry from a voyage in which he was returning home, he wrote as he was coming down through the clouds, "As beautiful a prospect as the eyes ever gazed on, the fertile landscape of Lancaster County."
Excuse me, do you have any change?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Are you okay? Sorry. I've seen you before. This is a good place to come and think. Now, I've read that people who live in cities are more likely to be creative and inventive simply because of the fact that they see more people on a daily basis, and the sight of different kinds of people is like a major spark in the brain.
The only people who will survive the apocalypse are people who have taught themselves how to disintegrate and reassemble by meditation.